My curiosity to know more about medieval Indian history landed me in Jhansi on a cold January morning. Most of us Indians have read about Rani of Jhansi and 1857 Sepoy revolt in our history books at very tender age. Even today, the poem बुंदेले हर बोलो के मुँह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वह तो झांसी वाली रानी थी, lights up some area of our memory lane. And when you visit the Jhansi fort and hear the Rani's story again, it fills you with deep reverence which you never experienced before. Jhansi fort was built by King Bir Singh Dev of Orchha in the 17th century on top of a steep hill as an army stronghold. This fort played a very important role in 1857 Sepoy mutiny and has been a witness to the fiery battle led by Rani Laxmi Bai. Once inside the fort, you can see Panch Mahal. This was the place where Rani lived with her husband Gangadhar Rao until his death.
दीवानी खास दरबार हॉल, दीवानी खास है ये। यहाँ राजा गंगाधर राव रानी लक्ष्मी बाई अपने खास लोगों के साथ में दरबार करते थे। राइट में राजा करते, लेफ्ट में रानी करते, इधर लेडी ग्रुप, इधर जेंट्स ग्रुप, बीच में पर्दा रहता था। यहाँ जो स्टैंड बने हुए इन पे लाइट के लिए मसाला लगाते थे। तो यहाँ अपने खास लोगों के साथ मीटिंग करते थे वो। यहाँ से एक रास्ता जाता है जो कि एस्टिवल के लिए है।
Panch Mahal is one of the few buildings in fort that escaped ruins by Britishers as they made this palace their own residence.
चारों तरफ से रास्ते हैं, चारों तरफ आर्च बने हुए हैं। ये 3 फ्लोर में है ये झूले वाला घर है। बच्चों के बनाया है इसमें।
The palace is linked with secret tunnels to go to different parts of fort as escape routes. You can also see the jumping spot where Rani Laxmi Bai fled with her son on the horseback when Britishers surrounded the fort.
रानी के साथ 300 सोल्जर्स थे। रानी ने लेफ्टिनेंट बोकर को युद्ध में हरा दिया, रानी विजयी हुई। रानी का जो घोड़ा था वो युद्ध में मारा गया। अच्छा। रानी ने कालपी से नया घोड़ा लिया। अच्छा।
यहाँ से कहाँ जंप किया था?
इधर से रैम से घोड़ा दौड़ते हुए आया, नीचे पहाड़ी पर जंप किया, इधर जंप किया। अच्छा। इस ढलान से रास्ते से इधर से होते हुए निकली। ये रानी का दुर्गा माड़ा था पहले, जहाँ पे
Baradari. This is a structure built for Gangadhar Rao's brother Raghunath Rao for his love for art. Built is Mughal style, this is a feminine building in a masculine fort. You can visit temples of Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha inside the fort. The Kadak Bijli and Bhavani Shankar cannons of the Queen are also kept inside the fort. The Kadak Bijli cannon was used by Rani in the revolt of 1857, decorates the entrance of the fort. Memorials to Gunner Gauze Muhammad and Jhankari Devi can also be seen inside the fort. The fort is like a child, both in area and age, compared to other forts in India, but the stature it got during the first freedom fight of India is incomparable. Towers inside the fort are built at different levels and cannons are placed at different levels to keep the fort safe during sieges. Story of fort is incomplete without the story of Rani Laxmi Bai. Laxmi Bai was born as Manu in a family of poor Brahmin who worked in office of Peshwa. She had shown exceptional courage and intelligence at an early age. At a very young age of 13 years, she was married off to Raja Raghunath Rao. She started to take interest in governance of state after her marriage, and after the death of the king, she took over the reins in her hands. After the death of her son, Rani adopted a child and named him Damodar Rao. He was supposed to be the successor of the king. However, the Britishers applied doctrine of lapse and took over the fort. But during the 1857 mutiny, the Indian soldiers first took over Lal Killa and reinstated Bahadur Shah Zafar, and then took over Jhansi and reinstated the Queen in the fort. By March 1858, the Britishers killed the revolt and seized the Jhansi fort to take it over again from Rani. Rani fought bravely for 2 weeks and even broke the siege with handful of soldiers with her. Mortally wounded, Rani took refuge in a hut and died there after sending off her son to a safer place. Rani was only 23 years of age when she died. Over 160 years passed, but Rani still lives in our memories. Jhansi will remain with its head held high for many more centuries for this unique story of Rani's gallantry and valor. This has made Jhansi a pilgrimage to every patriot. She inspired us to resist injustice and exploitation and to shun discrimination at every level.